Yeah, the Nomadland podcast, also known as the Roast of John. The end there.
Yeah, quite.
Thought you'd appreciate that.
Good morning, Vietnam!
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
I feel need the need for speed.
Roads? When we're going, we don't need roads. Snakes. What happened with snakes?
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Batman.
I think, Sammy, I just realised that Chris wants to go and see Those Who Wish Me Dead, which we booked tickets for, which obviously Taylor Sheridan, the guy that did Hell or High Water, he's bloody Hale in Sons of Anarchy, but they've just given him the worst haircut ever. I didn't recognise him at all. And I was like, Taylor Sheridan, I know that name. And then I was like, oh, that's that director. But they've given him a really bad haircut. I thought you guys would, rise to the challenge in this case, because I know that you have a healthy respect for women and that this would be a good chance to celebrate your feminism on a public platform.
You've met us before, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I was quite intrigued with some of the tweets that were sent in, because it's films I've wanted to see but haven't seen yet. And I was like, I keep forgetting about that. I keep forgetting about that as well. I've reasons for my choices I didn't realise until this morning. That way you kind of start picking it after the fact and just realise the subtext of it. It was just the first ones that came to mind, although the hard candy one's really fucking annoying me, I'm not going to lie.
I've never seen that. Is that the one where she cuts off his...
Don't want to spoil anything for you, but it'll be the same film you're thinking of.
Okay.
He pretends he's a underage girl to entrap the paedophile.
Ah, right. Yeah, that is the same film I'm thinking of, yeah.
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, it's just the two of them, I think, isn't it, John, in the whole film? It's just a two-man... I haven't seen that candy either. Oh, man, please. It comes on Prime now and again, on and off. I'll watch it. It's not an easy watch. It's fucking brutal. But it's brilliant. And it's a Patrick Wilson, isn't it, the guy for the Conjuring films?
Yeah.
I don't think he's been in a lot of roles that really show how good an actor he is. I like him. I mean, I like The Conjuring, I like Insidious. I thought it was a lot of fun in Aquaman, kind of hammed it up. But he's very good when he's got the right role, and he's great in this.
I think that's the thing. I think my first introduction to him was Phantom of the Opera, where he played Raoul, and he was absolutely terrible, like really hammy, like over. And the thing is, it's a Joel Schumacher film and it's a Lloyd Webber musical, and I get that, but he was too hammy even for that. I think he just sort of misread the assignment, as it were, and it kind of put me off him. But because I like the Conjuring films, I've kind of got back into him a wee bit. Speaking
of Joel Schumacher, I was watching an honest trailer for Batman Returns. And it was saying it was talking about Tim Burton's image and vision for Batman, and saying, it was really good that Joel Schumacher came along and took away all the seriousness, but it was showing you all the really silly and campy things in Batman Returns.
I mean, have you heard there's a Schumacher cut, allegedly?
Yes, I've seen clips of it.
I would 100% watch this.
Yeah.
I think that's the first Batman movie I ever went to see at the cinema. When did it come out? Like,
That's the same. 95, I think.
95. Okay, so yeah, that definitely would have been the first one that I saw at the cinema.
Just as the first one I saw at the cinema. I was too young for Batman Returns, and
I wasn't born.
I remember the woman. You must have been born for Batman Returns.
89? No. Sorry, I'm thinking of the Tim Burton movie. Sorry, I wasn't born for that one, but no, I was born for Batman Returns, but too young to go and see it. Yeah.
It's just a tad.
But yeah, I like that. I know it gets a lot of shit, but that's my first memory of going to see Batman at the cinema, so I feel like a nostalgic attachment to it.
I have seen the film hundreds of times, but I have not seen it in a very, very long time. Unlike Batman and Robin, which I did see a few years ago, and it's horrendous. It's so bad. It's so bad.
I feel like I've seen clips of it recently, and I feel like you can see the set is like cardboard and moving. Like it doesn't look good, put it that way. Like Chris O'Donnell was the big pin-up boy at the time, because he was doing like that and the Three Musketeers and a couple of other things. And I remember he was like the big heartthrob at the time.
What happened to him?
I don't know.
Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah.
He is NCIS. I'm just on it for about 12 years or something now.
Huh.
That's taken up all of his time.
I'm pretty sure there's a rumour that Damon Wayans was cast to be Robin in a third unproduced Batman Tim Burton movie. Yeah. And I don't think it had been that much of a controversy to do that at the time. I think things like this become more of a controversy now. which is bizarre.
Yeah.
I think if they had like a Black Superman, for example, in the early 90s, I genuinely think less people would have batted an eyelid.
Oh yeah, whereas it's definitely become an issue now.
Do you know my only issue with it? It's no the idea of casting a race swap and a superhero or a main character. It's the lazy casting ideas from publications that think they're delivering all these hot takes when all they ever do is want to cast Michael B. Jordan or Daniel Kaluuya and everything. And it's like you do realise there are other black actors out there you can pick. And there was one, I'm not even going to name who it was a Twitter account, quite a famous one, and they tweeted like, our suggestion for the new Batman, the new Superman, Michael B. Jordan, and yeah, what? Like it was dead controversial and edgy. And it was like, mate, you're probably the 17th person to say this today.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for that really hot take. It was so spicy.
Yeah. Is it going to cause controversy? Yeah. Is people going to know about it online? Yeah. But yeah, suggesting it's not a hot take. Although what I found was interesting, I always thought it was too cool to play Clark Kent. I just couldn't see him as being a believable Clark Kent. And I think it was actually Mark Millar, the comic book guy. To put it so like mildly, with the guys like MCU, Miller World type thing. But he was saying if you ever watch Michael B. Jordan interviews, he is Clark Kent. He's dead shy and stumbling and dead kind of like, you know, and I've watched him in interviews, he just seems like a dead kind of like nervous, like lovable nervous type of guy, you know, which is interesting because the guy's an absolute god. He looks like a Greek god just carved out of marble.
Yeah, oh, that's really sweet. I'm still on the Giancarlo Esposito for Lex Luthor train. Like, I really think that should absolutely happen.
Oh, that's an amazing bit of casting, that. And the thing is, people say, no, don't recast and keep Henry Cavill. Just do both, man. I love the fact that DC are just having like 17 different versions of the same character, because that's what the comics are like.
Aye, but I still think it was a bit mean on
Yes,
Henry Cavill's birthday to go, by the way, mate, you're fired.
Yeah, it was poor.
I just imagine him, because he is a wee dweeb as well, like he makes like his wee model figures and like builds like gaming computers and stuff. I just imagine him sitting at home with his wee birthday cupcake with one candle on it and being like, oh well, happy birthday to me, nobody else cares.
Have you seen that video of Henry Cavill? And it's always like clips for interviews and stuff. He's just been a total massive geek.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like asking questions about like films, comic books and stuff. And he's just dead excited talking about it. it's like that's amazing. I've seen the video of him building a PC and being really excited about it. And I'm like, I don't think anybody's watching this to watch you talk about PCs, but hey, I'm watching it.
Or he does like little what are those called? Like the little tiny figures that you paint. Models. Like he does that as well on his Instagram, but I'm mostly watching it for the vest, to be honest.
I know. Yeah, he's sitting there topless with his model train set. 17 million views.
And he's like, oh my god, people really love trains.
Watch me paint this Warhammer figure while I do pull-ups.
Oh, I just thought it was a shame for him. I just thought that must be the worst birthday ever. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. Again, as you say, DC are sort of having all of these things happening simultaneously, and it'll be kind of interesting to see what they do next. I don't know if they really do, like how like obviously Marvel launch their phases. Did DC really do that on as big a scale? Like, have they announced what's coming next? Because I feel like that's a blind spot for me. I know they're doing a lot of TV as well as movies. I feel like that's a total blind spot in my knowledge. Apart from obviously like the Suicide Squad and stuff.
You were asking about the MCU phases there, and
no, I just said that I don't really know what DC have planned apart from like the Suicide Squad. I know they're doing some TV stuff as well, but I feel like that's a blind spot in my knowledge, probably because I just haven't paid attention. But I don't really know what they're doing next, other than things that fan sites or cinema magazines are sort of mooting that they might be, like this whole Black Superman thing. Nobody's ever come out and confirmed that, I don't think. But It's just ideas that people are sort of throwing about, and actually, I don't really know what their plans are next.
Oh, they're doing the Batman.
There's the Flash movie coming.
The Flash movie, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the Flash movie.
What's that guy's name again that plays the Flash? He was in The Perks of Being a Wallflower, and we need to talk about Kevin. Is that right? Is that the same guy?
Aye. Christ, what's his name again? Oh,
I don't know. I know his face. But I don't know.
That's ridiculous. I know. Total blank.
But I know his.
John's disgusted.
I know. John's like, you should know this. He knows who made the tea on film, so we should know.
Jesus, was Fickle's name.
What's that guy's name?
Oh, that's just ridiculous.
I'm gonna find it.
I keep getting the guy who plays him in the TV show's name for some reason, but
Oh my god, what was that film? I just think we need to talk about Kevin. That's it. And that'll tell me what
he's
his
got a
name
really
is.
weird name as well. A really kind of unique
Yeah,
name.
I think that's where I'm struggling. Ezra Miller.
Yes. Yeah, the Flash movie will be interesting because apparently Tim Burton, apparently Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck are in it.
Okay. Ben Affleck reprising his role as Batman, or
Yeah.
okay.
Which is
Interesting.
surprising to me because I thought it was done with it, but it's also the guy
Yeah.
that directed it that's doing it. So I'm really looking forward to that idea.
Is that Andy Muschietti? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I know that the Flash has been a kind of popular character, but I didn't realise it was popular enough to get his own film, or are they just working their way through?
Nah, it should be the Flash, should be popular enough to get his own film. It's just DC's properties have been kind of, it's been events sold the properties off. So when Warner Brothers were producing the stuff in the early 90s and that, in the 80s, Superman, Batman, they had some Flash TV shows which were okay. The Flash TV show recently has been quite successful. Has Green Arrow one's been as well. Both characters were in Smallville. Yeah, I mean, I think a Flash film is kind of overdue in many ways.
Okay.
Especially
Has it ever been done before?
Not cinematic. I think there's been like made to TV stuff.
Right. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Because I saw that Emily Blunt came out this week and said, I'm not going to be judgy, but she has starred in Mary Poppins and she's about to star in Jungle Cruise, right? Which are two, obviously, not franchises, but two massive, like, Disney-owned properties. And she came out and went, oh, no, I would never do a superhero movie. I'm just exhausted by, that genre or the amount of them. And I was like, I mean, it's not like you've made your bread and butter out of really small indies, hen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I can see the kind of point of like people not want to do it because they end up getting sucked into this 5-picture deal and stuff like that.
And I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's like shush him.
Yeah, I also think that and also like her hubby, like somebody needs to cast him in some sort of superhero role because he has bulked up immensely. He would make some good superhero fodder, surely.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's very, very good in the action roles. It took me a while to adjust to him, like Jack Ryan, because I'm such a big fan of The Office. But yeah, he's very good. I think he's a very good actor. I think he's adapted to it quite well, and he looks the part.
Oh yeah, he's had an extreme glow up.
He's quite tall as well. He's not a short guy. He's not a wee guy.
Sorry, I just wanted to quickly say that I've finished season 1 of Sons of Anarchy, and Chibs is the best character just ever.
Yes.
Ever.
The fact he's called Chibs is amazing.
I know. I got really excited when Dutch turned up because he looks really good with grey hair. I was like, oh, wow, you have aged beautifully. And then he was a massive psychopath and rapist. So I was like, oh man. But I'm really enjoying it. It's really good. It makes me want to go and get tattoos.
Did you watch it, John? You did, didn't you?
I did. I watched about 4 seasons of it, yeah. Aye. It's good. For some reason I dropped off and it just never went back.
It does dip a little bit with season 5 to 6, but the last season is brilliant. It's really kind of return to form. It just starts getting really, really silly. It's still watchable, but you're like, right, I'll never watch this program. I know it's not a documentary, but it's getting a bit ridiculous. They're a biker gang, but they seem to be the hardest terrorist cell in the world. I don't really understand what's going on anymore.
No, I'm really enjoying it. We've just started season 2, but I know that Goggins turns up, CCH Pounder, and my beloved Lem. So I was just gutted that Dutch looked so good, but was a really creepy stalker. Chris was like, look at you, if you're enjoying it. He was like, you still would, and I was like, yeah, I would.
Text me when Goggins turns up, please.
Why? Oh no, why?
You know when you see it. You know what happens.
This makes me so nervous. Okay, I will text you when Goggins turns up. Okay,